All right, good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming to our, between fifth and seventh annual Green Business Recognition event. My name is Matt. I think I know most of you are for PACE. We are a county program for our speaking environment. For those couple of you I haven't met. And yeah, basically this morning is kind of a casual recognition event. We had quite a few more RCPs, and so I expect more people will kind of be trickling in as I see more people trickling in. But a couple quick notes. Obviously, lots of food in the back there and drinks. We had a couple speed bumps last night and this morning, so apparently the water went out. So unfortunately, there's no water fountains or bathrooms. But if you need to go, then I think that the only option is to really go right across the street here. And King Soopers is like a 30-second walk just across the street. So apologies for that. That's our first little speed bump of the morning. And then our keynote speaker is really just kind of our business speaker. Came down with pretty severe cold yesterday, and so as is the case, we are not going to have somebody that's coughing and sneezing come up here and project his voice to you. So I think my awesome colleague Jen, who most of you know, will probably just say a few words on his behalf. So with that, yeah, a little bit of those are kind of the housekeeping items this morning. I'll say just a couple words kind of about the program in general, pass it off to the cities. This morning's really about kind of networking, getting some free food, getting recognized for your awesome achievements as a business. We have a few people joining also remotely from Zoom, so we're recording this, and a few other people that couldn't make it last minute, so we'll be sending that around as well. And then we'll get here from Excel. Nikki Anderson was nice enough to be here last minute, which you're going to appreciate. And there's the wind out there, which normally, like our April event here was packed and we got a lot of wind. You usually don't get the crazy winds like in December, except for obviously last year. So hopefully those died down a little bit. And I'll talk a little bit too about our programming heading into 2023. And then we'll do our main recognition wrap up where it used to have folks come up and receive their awards and everything, but obviously that was when we used to do kind of more happy hour evening events, had a couple hours. This is a morning event, you're all very busy, you've got jobs to get to, lives to get back to. So we'll make sure we wrap up everything right around 9 o'clock. One other quick thing, we have some awesome raffle prizes this year. Did anybody not get a raffle ticket? And if you haven't, then feel free to go up and grab one up there. Jen or Kayla can help you grab a raffle ticket. We'll probably do prizes probably actually right now, and then a couple right when we leave, just kind of heading out. So yeah, Kayla, you want to do it now?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll let other folks just grab their tickets real quick. And then obviously we have Q&A too. So you have some great resources here. If anyone's got questions about utility rebates through Excel, what's going on with any type of Lafayette or Louisville city programming, any county happenings or funding that are going on, you've got great resources in this room. So this is another place, this is the place to really kind of get those questions answered one-on-one. And of course, we're always available via phone, email, anything else. So let a couple other folks come in, and then we will do a quick raffle, and then I'll probably get going with a little bit of my own presentation. Any questions for the time being? Okay, plenty of food, just don't drink too much coffee, or you have to go bring King Soopers. Apologies again for that. This is the first time I've experienced that.
Who did the sandwiches?
Oh, good question. I believe that was Moe's Bagels, provided those. And well, Excel paid for them, very generous of them, but I believe food is from Moe's, and then we got a lot of the fruit and beverages and stuff are from King Soopers, Safeway area. All right, we'll let a couple other folks trickle in, do a quick raffle, and we'll get going. If anyone wants masks or anything, we have them available, tissues, hand sanitizer, I like all that fun stuff.
Oh, we are, yeah.
Okay, so our first two raffles of the morning.
First two, nice.
Did everyone get a ticket?
Okay, our first raffle is one of these PACE travel mugs and a collapsible water bottle. And the winner is ticket.
Oh gosh. All right, 628-028. Oh, look at that. It's the new business program.
Okay, and our second prize of the morning is
is from Little Herbal Apothecary in Lafayette, and it's real good body lotion, sweet lavender.
And you can refill it after you're done at the store.
Yeah. Very
Sustainable.
sustainably minded, sustainably minded, yes. 628-026.
6.
Oh, look at that. Right off the bat. All right, we'll have a few more prizes coming up in a little bit.
And if you don't have a raffle, you can still go back and drop a ticket in, so feel free, there's several more raffle items that will be able to.
All right, so obviously we're pretty casual here in general. So if anyone's got any questions through any of the presentations, feel free to raise your hand. And when we get to the actual green business recognition portion, we'll probably save all applause those questions instead of the end because we're kind of run through them pretty quickly. Traditionally, we've done either a Louisville or a Lafayette green business recognition event, and we figured we kind of combine it up because geographically the cities are very close together, and then they have a lot of common too in terms of business overlap, folks living kind of right on the border. So yeah, we figured we just kind of combine it into a breakfast day and age. So my name is Matt. I work for Pace. Actually, before we get started too, let's quickly go around and we'll just name some of our partners that are here and some of the folks that put this together. So I'm Matt. We got Jen back there with Pace as well. A lot of you have probably spoken with her. Next to her, we have Lizzie with the city of Lafayette. Kayla is back there as well with Louisville. Austin here is our economic development team in Louisville. And then we got Nick with Excel as well. So yeah, if you have any questions, these folks will probably be saying a few words. But just so you know who some of these speakers will be today. So yeah, new business program. Obviously, a lot of you have participated in this program for multiple years. Some of you first timers. But really the whole point is to increase sustainability amongst the business community and then recognize those efforts and provide kind of ongoing support in order to kind of keep it going. You know, sustainability is not just a one-time thing. We got there, we're done. Definitely an ever-ending journey, or a never-ending journey, I should say. So the program actually, Lafayette is kind of where it all began. These have become very, very popular programs across the country, across the state. But Lafayette kind of started it all about 11, 12 years ago. And then in 2017, it moved into this online platform called Green Business Tracker, which all of you, I'm sure, had a lot of fun trying to figure out Green Business Tracker and how to use that new interface. And the state actually took over because they saw, oh, Lafayette, this program, Louisville hopped on a few years later. And then we had a whole bunch of other communities say, wow, that's a really neat thing. We'd love to do that here. And the state said, you know what, this is something we can support. We can pay for this awesome online platform. So they started a huge state recognition program just last year, actually. Well, technically it was this year, but really announced it last year. This was the first year the state really took it on. And Lafayette and Louisville are fortunate enough, they have sustainability coordinators, they got support from the county, but a lot of these smaller towns, you know, Evergreen and Steamboat and Telluride, and a lot of these smaller towns really wanted to do something, but they didn't have the capacity to. So the state's really helping with that a lot of the way. And it's very young, you know, we're still very early stages with the state program. So fortunately, the state's got 3, soon to be 4 people just devoted to working on this Green Business Tracker interface, the system, the program at the state level. So it's still in its infancy and they're still working out a couple kinks, but it's pretty exciting times for the program because just to see where it was a couple years ago, where it is now, and then where it's going to be on the state level in a couple years is very exciting. So as I mentioned, this is the local green business program. Louisville and Lafayette have gone to the state. Started in Lafayette, 12 years ago, and at this point, there are only 2 towns in all the entire county that don't have a green business program are Lyons and Boulder. So every other town in Boulder County has a program. So this is just, I don't want to use the word spreading like wildfire, but it really is just kind of taken over. And it's really become popular. So as you guys know, you get bronze, silver, gold levels of recognition. And then we have, events and there's decals. We send out a self-marketing toolkit if you want to do a little bit of self-promotion of your awards. And then there's ongoing support through, the newspapers, the chambers, city, e-blasts, lots of different ways to just kind of get the word out there about your business and the really awesome things that you're doing. So with that, it's just kind of a quick overview of the green business programs. I'll speak a little bit more afterwards, but for now, I'm going to pass it on to Lizzie with the city to chat a little bit about what's going on there.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lizzie. I'm the sustainability manager with the city of Lafayette, and I really want to congratulate all of the Lafayette and Louisville green businesses that are here today, and also those that are attending virtually, as well as those who can attend. We are going to be running the Green Business Program again next year. We're hoping to add a new element. So stay tuned, trying to entice more businesses to join. And I did want to provide a little teaser for 2023, just so that all of you are aware. Our council approved a sustainability plan in 2001, which covers the area of waste, energy, and green building. This next year, we're going to be expanding that sustainability plan, and there will be a portion where we want to solicit feedback from the community as well as business owners. We do have some goals outlined specifically for the business community. One of those goals may be a zero waste ordinance, and what that really is requiring businesses to recycle and possibly required to compost. We don't have anything set in stone just yet, but expect someone from the City of Lafayette team next year to potentially visit your business, ask you for feedback on an ordinance like that, such as what are some of the barriers, challenges? Is it your landlord? Is it space in your enclosure? Is it space internally, whether it's front of the house or back of the house? So we're really going to take this next year to gather input from the business community. We're also going to be offering an e-bike rebate, so stay tuned for that sometime, hopefully in April. We will be launching that for residents in Lafayette and potentially for employees at Lafayette businesses. And we're also going to continue the support from PACE. So To Go Where campaign, some of you may have taken advantage of that. There is a styrofoam ban coming in January 1st of 2024. So we do want to support small businesses in that transition. More to come on that too. And now I will turn it over to Kayla with Louisville.
The application for the, sorry, 2023 application, not yet.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out exactly what dates we're going to open that application. We like to align with Louisville and some of our other municipal partners. So potentially early in next year or same time frame next year during the summer months.
Will it be the same interface?
Yeah. Yep.
The nice thing about that online business tracker system too, I should say, is that you don't have to redo your application every single year. That was a concern. Some people had, and that's kind of what it was some years back, but the beauty of that business tracker system is your application is in there, it's saved, and then all you have to do is you go back every year, and we did a lighting upgrade, just mark it off, you get some more points for that. You had a compost service, more points for that. So it's just kind of something that you can update and not have to redo.
Thanks, Matt. Hi, everyone. My name is Kayla Betzel. I'm the Sustainability Coordinator with the City of Louisville. I've been on board with the city since April this year, so this is my first season with the Green Business Program in Louisville. So first, I just want to say congratulations to our 30 businesses that certified this year. We had some new businesses as well, so that's always great to see. Things to look forward to in 2023 in Louisville. So internally, on the municipal side, we're working on an internal decarbonization plan. So what that is we're looking at all of our city facilities, fleet, even parks equipment, things like that, and really figuring out how to decarbonize our building and transportation sectors and how to electrify. And so this plan is likely going to be published in May or June of next year. And we're really excited for it to really be a resource for our community and create kind of a framework for businesses to be able to, look at what the city has done, look at kind of the results that came from this study, so that they have a better idea of how to potentially decarbonize and electrify both their building and transportation sectors. So kind of in partnership with that, we're working with Xcel Energy on a community building and transportation electrification plan. So this is running residents with businesses, and we'll have stakeholder meetings, focused community meetings, and really talk through what does a building and transportation electrification plan mean. So what does community decarbonization look like, and how can the city and Xcel Energy support both residents and businesses in achieving that goal? And lastly, we're really excited to partner with a few different partners, including Boulder County and Solar United Neighbors, to put together a renewable energy portfolio. So we're going to take all of the programs from our utility provider and some regional programs that are becoming available to really put together a guide for both businesses and residents on all of your different renewable energy options and make it really
clear to people, and then, work with, some community engagement events in 2023 to get the word out about renewable energy. So we're really excited about all of these things to come, and thank you all so much for being here today. And with that, I will pass it over to Raffle Energy.
Yes, thank you. How's it going, everyone? First and foremost, thank you, Phil and Matt. Thank you, Jen, for letting me come present here. A little bit short notice. I think I'm sort of filling in for somebody who's going to come but couldn't make it. So forgive me if I'm stumbling through this just slightly. But my name is Nikki Anderson. Here representing a few different commercial programs that Cell Energy offers. So I'm sure you're all aware of them and we're taking advantage of them as we go through some energy efficiency projects and implement some really quick. First and foremost, the programs we're here representing are Small Business Energy Solutions programs. That's the SBES program. The Commercial Streamline Assessment program, which is an ASHRAE Level 1 assessment program. If anybody has one of those to meet ordinances or anything, we run those for you. As well as the multifamily buildings program. I'm not sure if anyone in this room is dabbling in that realm, but we do run that as well. So just letting you know that those are the programs that we have. First and foremost, we offer free assessment. That goes for any small business, any large business, and also for multifamily building properties. In terms of the commercial streamline assessment at ASHRAE Level 1, there is a cost component to that, but only if your facility is above 50,000 square feet. And at that point, it's only $250. Anything between 50,000 square feet and 150,000 square feet is $250, and anything above 150,000 square feet is $500. But that's the only cost component to the assessments. During the assessment, if we identify any opportunities for a direct install, we can take advantage of that and give you free widgets, things like light bulbs, LED light bulbs, low flow faucet aerators, things of that nature that might be in the business. Those all come free of charge as well. So if you have any old technology, we can do that quick, right on site, instant upgrade for you as we identify it as part of the assessment. And then there's project and rebate implementation assistance as well. So if you maybe don't know any contractors that can help you provide bids, we can connect you with a network of trade partners that's highly reputable that can provide you with the bids. And then rebate assistance on the back end, so you do end up moving forward with a project. We help you with the rebate paperwork. You guys are not expected to be the professionals in that realm. We take that off of your plate for you and get it all handled and submitted properly. And just some technologies that we are rebating. Lighting, I think, is probably the low-hanging fruit. Many of you maybe have already done lighting to LED, and hopefully got some rebates for doing so. If you've done anything recently within the past year or so and did not get rebates, please reach out to me. We can retroactively rebate up to a year. But then the big ones that maybe, if you've done lighting and you're thinking about maybe what's next to save some energy and some money, there's commercial refrigeration rebates, as well as HVAC, heating and cooling. There's motors, pumps, drives, and then there's actually food service equipment rebates as well. So that becomes a big factor for commercial kitchens and restaurants and things of that nature. There's rebates for a lot of that. So just wanted to get that out there, make sure everybody's aware that those are there as you're thinking about doing some energy efficiency projects, and we are here to support you if you are thinking about it. So take advantage of our services if you would like. This is up here. I think we're sharing the slides, I assume. So you'll have my contact information as well.
I think that we're gonna do another raffle. And the other thing I was gonna say is in your goodie bags that we'll be giving out at the end, there's a little booklet in there from Excel that has all their commercial programs and things. So
Actually, one more thing, sorry about delaying the raffle. I know that's exciting. Hopefully it was news as exciting as well. I meant to share this, but there is a 50% bonus rebate going on right now for all HVAC and refrigeration equipment. That runs through the end of August of next year. So thinking about doing it, the rebates are 50% higher than they normally would be going through August of next year, so. That's.
Okay.
Okay, so our next raffle is another case, travel mug, and, a bicycle mirror. A mirror, so you can see who's behind you.
Okay, number is 628018.
All right, the next raffle is also a reusable face mug, a Swedish dishcloth, which replaces a lot of sponges, paper towels, throw it in the dishwasher, so it never gets smelly. I use one of them, so I love them, and then also a bar of soap. Naked Soap Company, so free of plastic, again, sustainability, environmentally conscious product.
And where were those from?
This is from a small business here in Lafayette.
Okay, next number, 628017.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I will next name. Fellow with States Business Sustainability Fellow. And Tom is one of our green business owners, and he was going to come talk to you about his experience in the heat pump. But like Matt said, he came down with his kid's cold, so he didn't want to come and be sick around everyone. So a little bit about, this is Tom, obviously a little bit about Confluence. Confluence is a small business collective. So kind of think about the WeWork business model, but on a smaller local scale. They opened in Lafayette in 2014 and they moved in 2018. They've been a green business since 2015. So one of our first. Confluence is a really cool space. If you have a chance to check it out upstairs, they have individual private offices that you can lease, co-working. They also have meeting space. And then down on the bottom, a huge event venue for groups of around 50 people. Another cool aspect of Confluence is the building's equipped with rooftop solar, small wind turbine, EV charging, and other sustainability features. So very neat space. So like I said, downstairs is a big industrial warehouse area, and he converted that into a meeting and an event space. And down there, he used to have one of those giant gas, for instance, hanging from the ceiling. He decommissioned that because it was inefficient and obviously powered by gas, and installed a 4-ton cold climate heat pump system. So the total project cost was $30,000. He took advantage of a PACE rebate for $4,500 with a net cost of $25,500. And I believe in 2023, the rebates are going to be even more for heat pumps. Anyway, it's been great. It's quiet, very comfortable for the space, and he's very happy with that. Just really quick, because the nomenclature I think is confusing. Heat pump, if you don't know, is it's a efficient way to replace your heating and cooling, totally electric. So this is, these two pictures on the left are the downstairs space that I was talking about, where he has meeting space in this nice conference room. And the picture on the right is the outdoor condenser. So it kind of gives you a little idea of what it looks like. But Tom is totally happy for anyone to go by and take a tour, ask me any questions if you have them. Yeah.
Just a quick question. Did he get any, do you know if there were any Excel incentives?
For it,
along with that?
I don't think he did, because I think they're working on rebate for heat, residential for heat pumps, but
Yeah, my understanding is that in the commercial space, that's not an offering quite yet, although that along with EV charging stations is kind of the two big buzzwords right now. In the residential space, there are rebates there.
Later in the presentation, we're going to be talking about some of the PACE rebates that are coming in 2023, and PACE is upping their game as far as rebates for heat pumps, and then hopefully with the federal level, there might be some more incentive as well. So that's to come. But again, if anyone's curious, just contact Matt, he can get you in, connection with Tom, because he also works part-time at Pace. So, really cool setup. Okay, I think next is Matt.
Sounds good. This is probably, yeah, maybe.
Is that fully electrified or is it like the air source heat pump where it's, efficient up to like negative certain number?
That's a good point. So with heat pumps, there's, two main, cams. There's air source heat pump and then ground source heat pump or geothermal. His is an air source. And this is maybe a little over my technical, but I think he might have a gas backup at a certain set point, which with cold climate heat pumps I've heard is smart to do because if it gets below a certain temperature, they're not as efficient, so it's good to have a gas backup, but I'm not totally sure about that.
I think that's what Tom has too. It's for those, 2 or 3 days a year where it's 10 below, 15 below in the morning. Just in case, you've got a whole bunch of people that come in there to work and you don't want them, freezing. So just in case he has that, but the other 362 or so days a year, it's never really an issue. Cool, this is probably a good time, just a quick reminder, and a few folks kind of trickled in late, plenty of food back there. Unfortunately, no bathrooms available due to a water leak this morning, so if you do have to go, you can just run kind of across the street to King Supers. Our apologies about that, it's kind of a last minute thing there. And then a reminder, we are of course a zero waste event, we're all very sustainable here, so we have 3 bins set up back there next to Lizzie and Kayla. All the food and napkins would go in compost. Cans and your aluminum foil you can kind of ball up and put in recycling. I think the only landfill would be by the wrappers of any of the granola bars. So yeah, just a friendly reminder there. Cool, Pace. I don't think I need to go through these slides too much. These are kind of our standard slides. I know a couple people here just kind of showed up to see what the scene was, but Pace basically provides these on-site assessments and expert advising services. So we'll come out to your business. I've been to a number of your businesses out there and walked around and kind of helped identify lighting opportunities or recycling opportunities or water efficiency opportunities. And so that's a lot of what we do for probably 75% of our work. And certification and recognition is another big part of it. And so obviously you're all getting recognized here. And then energy, wastewater, and transportation, we're kind of the one-stop shop for all those things. And if we don't do something like say outdoor irrigation, we know who to send you to. So that'd be Resource Central, or if there's a rebate maybe we don't cover, then maybe Excel or their partners and Peer Result might cover it. So yeah, so we know who to talk to if we don't do necessarily every single little thing. We're administered by Boulder County and funded by Boulder County, and City of Boulder actually kicks in quite a bit of our funding as well. Climate Action Challenge, some of you that know Pace and have been following our newsletters, which if you're not on our newsletters, let us know and we can get you on that list. We send them monthly, so don't overwhelm you at all. But we have a Climate Action Challenge that we launched really last year in City of Boulder and this year everywhere else. And we're really setting this up to help businesses kind of measure their baseline energy use, their greenhouse gas emissions, see what that looks like in terms of, a graph and what your usage looks like over a year or two. And then, baseline year for a lot of folks is like 2018, 2019, 2020 is kind of a throwaway year for a lot of businesses because a lot of folks weren't in the office or just weren't really operating at full capacity. And then we set goals saying, okay, this is where you're at right now. This is what's going to happen with the grid over the next, 5 to 10 years. But this is how you can get to, a 20% or 50% reduction in that amount of time. And then we kind of track and report that progress annually. And you can sign up right on our website or chat with us if you'd like to be part of that. So PACE programs for 2023. This is actually kind of an exciting time and a time where I'm not going to be particularly well spoken on this because December is our month in November where we really look at, okay, what did we do this year? What is the feedback that we received from the business community? And then what do we want to do next year pending budget approval and everything else? So for next year, as of literally like the last couple of weeks, we plan on offering an incentive for electrification energy studies. So you can see some of the initial rebates you could say that we'd be providing. And it should go live in 2023. So this would be to have a professional come out, look at your building and say, okay, what would it take to go from this building that's operating with a gas furnace, a rooftop unit, and get them to be all electric, and put a heat pump in there. What would that take? What would the cost be? Would they have to upgrade the panel, and would it be able to handle the new electric load? So if you wanted a study done to see what's the feasibility of that for your building, that's something we're going to be offering next year. heat pumps as well. They mentioned these are kind of new, cool, awesome things 5 years ago. I mean, they're not new, they've been around a long time, but incentives for them are actually pretty new. So Pace, traditionally just rebated, gas-fired rooftop units or furnaces, lights and solar. We are really getting away from all that gas-powered equipment, really going all to electric, and so heat pumps would be in that realm. So we're gonna offer about $1,000 a ton for certified cold climate, air source or ground source heat pumps, 500 a ton for non-cold climate. This is a pretty cold climate here at times, so yeah, that's why, and there could be a little bit more expensive, so that's why we're gonna offer that slightly higher rebate. And then $500 unit for heat pump water heaters. We've never really offered water heater rebates before, so this is all really new stuff coming down the pipeline for next year. Gas replacement, like I said, we're kind of getting off gas, going all electric, so this is just kind of a $500 bonus that we're gonna offer for the removal of boilers, furnaces, water heaters, or commercial cooking equipment. And then we have our general Pace rebate, our most popular rebate, or not most popular, lighting is most popular, but our most generous rebate has been our solar rebate. So we offer $1 per watt, up to $15,000 to put solar panels on your roof. If you're a nonprofit, you're eligible for an extra $5,000 rebate. So a pretty good deal there. And solar has come down a lot in cost. There's federal tax incentives and credits available as well. And then I know the Inflation Reduction Act is playing into this, the IRA that a lot of you are probably pretty familiar with. I don't know the details of that too much, it's still kind of getting sussed out, but we'll see what that looks like too in the next year or so. And then insulation is something we never really offered before. We've never really done a ton with building envelopes. So when we come out and do site assessments, we'll look at weather strip along the doors and can ask about the insulation. Not something we've ever really done too much with, besides suggesting to get, weather stripping where we see gaps, or make sure you have, a well-insulated building here in a pretty cold place. But we're gonna start offering 6 to 32 cents per square foot rebates for insulation, which is nice. And with that, I think I might pass it back over to Jen to actually recognize you guys, which is the whole point of probably being here this morning. So we'll do Louisville first, and I think we'll head to Lafayette after that.
Okay, do you wanna hold the applause till the end? Maybe?
Yeah, where normally, traditionally, we'd have folks come up and get your certificate, take a picture, and we'd have, city council members and all that fun stuff. But I think with the breakfast, we have stuff going on, probably feel back to the bathroom at some point. So we'll kind of get through it relatively quickly.
Okay, so we're gonna start with Louisville. You ready to go? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna start with our bronze businesses. So first, Jen Paris, State Farm.
And if you are here from the business, if you could just stand up, we have a certificate and we have a goodie bag for you.
Yes.
And then we'll do a round of applause for each of our sectors of businesses when we get through them. So
So no, Jen said she couldn't be here, but I believe she was sending someone from the office. We could make it, okay. Okay, next we have Louisville Chamber of Commerce, and I think, Amanda or Eric? Here. Okay. Oh, good, hi, thank you.
I think Eric started last week, I want to say, so I haven't.
Wow.
Chambers have been lots of partners for our programs, of course. For the business community, like the chamber is your go-to stop, and so, yeah, it's good to see Eric here, I know he just started, so we're not going to try to overwhelm you too much with meetings and emails, but, welcome to Louisville.
Great, thank you.
Okay, sweet diplomacy. Oh, hi, okay, thanks for coming. Sweet diplomacy, we had, in Louisville, we had 5 new businesses, which was really exciting, and sweet diplomacy was one of them. Okay, next, the Huckleberry. Anyone from Huckleberry? Anyone really know the Huckleberry? Okay, Patchwork School, I don't think they're here. She said they had some teachers out, so, and then Zip Bicycle Group. Nicole.
Woo. Let's give a round of applause
Okay,
to our
round-
front.
And Bicycle Group is also a new business, very cool bike shop. Okay, Silver, Aerial IT Services. Jeff and Bronze, no one's here, okay. Audit Logistics. We'll be delivering a lot of certificates. City of Louisville, Kayla.
Right. And we also have 2 of our council members here today. So Chris Lay is in the back. And then we have Deb Fakey on Zoom. So thank you to both of you for being here today.
Okay, Compass Rose Floral. Hi, thank you. Crystal Spring Brewing Company. Oh, I think Tom said he couldn't be there, okay. Eco and close. Senior members credit union, you're right. And then. Solana Bay, hi. Okay, those are our silver. Okay, and then next is our gold businesses, quite a few. Okay, starting with Crisis Servant Lutheran Church. Thanks for coming. And I know we have community food share here. Okay, DAJ Design. Dave Diorio, State Park. East West Wellness. There. E-Bike of Colorado. Okay, El Dorado Natural Springs Water. And then Gwen Jorgensen. Oh, check it out, okay. Mark Sizzler? Nope. Is the Organic Sandwich Company? Got a winner. Thank you. OTAC?
She's here on Zoom.
Oh, museum, okay, oh, great,
Thank you.
Pearl Izumi? Speedy Sparkle Louisville, another new business, hi, thanks for coming. And then Studio Z Dental. The Sunbeam Studio, I didn't see April. And another really fun new business right next to Zen Cycle in Louisville. Hair Studio. Treehouse Wedding, Amy's here, thank you for coming in.
Okay, let's give a round of applause to all of our.
All right, oh, the other thing I was going to say is, as many of you know, there are some bag taxes already in place, with some coming bag fees coming next year, so obviously you're getting back to the useful bags from the cities.
Can I have a question by that?
Yeah.
Do you know what the tax is being used for?
Can you speak to that? Well, so it's different. Louisville is a tax, and then Lafayette is going to be a fee for the state ordinance.
Yeah, so the Louisville bag tax is similar to the state fee. So statewide through the Plastic Pollution Reduction Act, there's a 10-cent bag fee statewide on large stores. And so that will be some of the stores in Lafayette and some of the stores in Louisville. And that revenue is earmarked specifically for waste reduction, whereas the Louisville bag tax is more broad for sustainability programming. And so at least in Louisville, for the businesses that fall under both of those two categories, we're administratively kind of splitting the revenue on the back end. Whereas in Lafayette, I think it'll be used, will need to be used in the state fee for waste reduction specifically. So when we think about waste reduction programs, we think about the compostable to go program for businesses to support businesses transitioning to compostables before the styrofoam ban in 2024. Also things like, you know, more reusable bags and things like that. And then also some additional sustainability programming.
And is there a way to see exactly where that, we just have a lot of customers wondering, you know, where this is going? It'd be nice to communicate. Is there a website that shows that?
If you want to reach out to me afterwards,
Okay.
I'd be happy to connect with you. We do have a website, but we don't have information on there specifically right now about the revenue. We've been really focusing on compliance because the program just started in January. And so we've been focusing between sustainability and our sales tax department on the compliance piece of it first. And then once we have more education and awareness and compliance with the program, then we'll think about, you know, where to focus the funds in 2023.
How many more raffles do we have? 4. Should we do one really quick?
Sure.
Okay, I was just looking at time, getting in front of everyone leaves.
Okay, so our next raffle is a little herbal apothecary sticker. Some Colorado honey and a pink mug.
Unfiltered Colorado honey, so there might be
Unfiltered.
some honeycomb on top.
Fun.
Okay, number 628019. Did you grab, should we do, we have 4 total?
We have 3 more.
Okay, let's run through the rest of the businesses and we'll do all 3 at the end. Okay, so moving on to the city of Lafayette, we will start with the bronze. We have Karen's Company. Painting company, no one? And then 95th Street Salon and Spa, I believe that's what they could. Okay, and then our similar businesses, we have Atlas Valley Purveyors. Community restaurants. Yeah, no. A little herbal apothecary. Oh, yay, thanks. So many of our goodies are from Little Herbal
Yeah,
Apothecary.
so,
Super fun shop if you ever want to just go look around. Mumtaz Mediterranean food. Photos Pizza. Yay, Kevin. And then Remax Alliance. And Sister Carmen Community Center Retail Store. Okay.
Should we give a round of applause for our celebrant?
Okay, all right, let's go on to the goal for Lafayette. Bear Boulder Design and Repair. I believe he said he couldn't make it. Boulder Valley Unitarian Universal Fellowship, BBUF. I will say a little, another amazing kind of case study of electrification is BBUF, and David has done tours in the past, coordinated through Matt with Pace, so maybe in 2023, we can do another one for business owners to come see what they've done. Because you do have the geothermal heat pump,
Yeah,
right?
we're totally disconnected from gas.
Yeah, so super cool.
Yeah, the building is a great case study on literally anything from water efficiency, zero waste, but really the energy part of it. So if anyone's interested, David's been very generous and providing some tours and seeing, exactly what the system looks like, how it operates, and yeah, what the possibilities are. So we can chat about that, David, in 2023, let's organize another tour.
Okay, Camp Little Pediatric Dentistry, as on our showcase Green Star businesses. Confluence, that's Connie couldn't be here. Aaron Service Biz. Right. Hi. Jack's Outdoor Gear. Romero's Canine Club and Tap House. Hi. Thanks for coming. Super fun place where you can go with your dog. Okay, Sister Carmen Community Center, different from the retail shop. STEM Ciders. Tadpole Press. The Happy Beast. Don't see that here. The Happy Beast is also been one of our Green Star businesses for many years. The Natural Funeral. Post Brewery. And Wow Children's Museum. You wanna know? Okay, well, that's it for our green business or our. I think why don't we do one more, or let's go ahead and do the last raffles and then we can do any questions. Our next,
I'm gonna hold it up for you.
sure. I can see the numbers anyway.
Okay, what's our next raffle?
All right, our next raffle is another dish towel, holds up 7 times the weight. Also replaces 3.5 water bottles and another Naked Soap company.
Wish I would have gotten a raffle ticket. Okay, it is 628-025. 025.
Congratulations. Okay, what's our next one?
Our next one is again from Little Herbal Apothecary. Also dryer balls. These are great. They replace dryer sheets. You can even put little essential oils in there to make the laundry smell nice. And a reusable face mug.
And I will say, I use those dryer balls and I think they do also cut the time in half to dry your clothes.
Less static too. They're great.
Okay, 628-014.
Nice, congratulations. Yes. Tell us our last prize.
All right, it's a seed starter kit with sugar snap peas, cherry tomato, and Thai pepper, and a reusable face mug as well. It's the last raffle.
Grand prize. 628-015. Great on time. Does anyone have any questions, any other topics we didn't cover you want to talk about? If you didn't get food, please take food. We have a ton of food in the back. Grab business cards from any of us if you have questions and anything else.
We look forward to the 2023 Green Business Program, so keep your eyes out for communications from the city or from PACE about when that starts.
Thank you all for coming. We really appreciate you being a part of the program.
Yeah.